Jerry and Drew Levin and such are, they're knocking Merfolk all over Twitter. They're not fans.
Jerry knew better beforehand. I mean, even if it's the best, right? It doesn't suit him.
Yeah.
But think of like all the successes he's had in Legacy over the years. Like, was never with a deck like that. One Fire Ice, one Forked Bolt. These cards are very good against Merfolk as well.
Yeah.
For Brainstorm. First
Cavern
turn.
of Souls, Noble Hierarch from Orrin Beasley.
So that's a mighty opening against a blue deck. He's got 4 Spell Pierce and no Spell Snare, 2 Thought Scour, 4 Daze, 3 Force of Will. Sideboard. He's got 4 Submerged that seem like they matter. So you think Travis is just gonna kill this thing? 1-1 or something?
I think if he can, he will.
I would kill it if I could. Is that a nice beta? Mountain/island?
It does appear to be that. And he goes with turn 1 Grim Lavamancer.
That can do so. Oh, he's got a Fire Ice. Fuel to the fire, yeah? So, let's see here.
Thalia, Guardian of Thraben.
Do you have no other land?
It appears that way. That's
oh boy.
That's rough. Can we get them to push their libraries a little on screen?
Travis
libraries and
no
graveyards.
Land. That is
Orrin's is mostly there, but Travis's is not.
Very bad.
Yeah, that was. I mean, his deck is a lot of 1-drops, but I don't think it's worth. I mean,
I don't know what the rest of his cards are.
He also is now facing down a Thalia.
I mean, the Grim Lavamancer will quickly deal with the Thalia. That's not an issue.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he can't kill the Thalia until he gets some sort. Well, I guess he just needs mana.
Any land, it's fine.
Not any land, right? Not all of them produce red.
So this deck doesn't have somebody told me the answer to this once. It never plays a Taiga.
What, Rug Delver?
Yeah, Rug Delver. It plays all Trops and Volcanics.
Yeah. I feel like I knew the answer to this too, but now I can't remember why that is.
Oh boy, Scavenging Ooze as well. That's very bad for.
I guess you just want all the blue spells early. You know, like you want the Delver turn 1. You want to have access to Brainstorm and Daze. You know.
I mean, one.
Taiga is not an island, so it can't be returned with Daze.
I think that we're going to see a Plowshare.
Swords to Plowshares?
No, he can't cast it.
No, he can't. And we have some sort of message coming over to us in a bottle. Is that regarding the trivia question coming up?
Yeah, okay. I got nixed.
Oh, well, you have to come up with a better one.
You have to come up with one. That was mine.
I came up with...
I was shot down like a dying bird.
Travis scoops to the onslaught that is Thalia.
To the onslaught of having no second land and being
I guess
wastelanded.
that's part of it too. But yeah, I mean that was a rough start, and I guess.
I mean, I think that's.
It probably wouldn't have gone much further than that anyway.
It's like such a limitation to the format that like somebody can get completely blown out by like any amount of tempo plus a wasteland, 2 wastelands.
Yeah.
Like the decks play so monolite in like how many lands does he even have? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He has 18 total lands.
Yeah.
And it's just ultra devastating if somebody draws 2 wastelands. 6 of his lands tap for colored mana. Like we've seen games today where more than 6
no
wastelands
basics.
were
he can't even play around wasteland. So it's an all-in deck. You know what I mean? Like it needs to attack fast, early. You know? What is it? I like it loose. I like
it loose. That's it.
Yeah, I just expected you to say that, so I just kind of alerted you to it. So, speaking of trivia, we're actually supposed to ask you a question now, and the one that Mike came up with was nixed. So now we've got to come up with another question as we're sitting here. So, do you have anything, Mike? You want to look at us while we think? Okay, let's see. So, No, that's too obscure.
No, go for the obscure one.
I was gonna say who's the author of Decade, but I don't think anybody knows that.
Willie G. My Prez knows.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else does.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I thought we had a question. Didn't think about this too much. So,
I put all of my heart and soul into that question.
I'm sure you did.
Like,
why don't you?
Everything was
well.
poured
Rather
into
than
it.
confuse people, we won't tell them what your question is. So, I want it to be legacy related.
Legacy related. Got it.
Okay, so what recently unbanned card showed up ×3 in the top 8 tonight?
Very good question.
What's that?
What recently unbanned card showed up times
Times
three in today's Legacy Open?
In the legacy top 8.
/ Joey just bought 4 copies.
There you go. Look at that. Man, I should have just bought 3 because I could have built 2 decks with just the 3.
You could have built 4 decks.
I guess that's true, considering which build I wanted to go with. But if you know the answer, or if you want to guess, you can tweet the answer with the hashtag SCG Premium down there in the middle. I am so bad at it. I just want to hit it directly once without hovering. Tweet your answer with the hashtag SCG Premium, and one random correct answer will reward the answerer. Will be rewarded. Okay.
Be rewarded
with 6 months of Star City Games Premium, and that's all the way into Gate Crash, as we talked about this morning. Gate Crash, the second set in Return to Ravnica block,
probably
comes
gonna be
out.
Awesome.
Probably. I mean, Magic the Gathering sets tend to be awesome.
They've all been pretty awesome.
I actually, there's sets that people, dislike, and I
Like
can't
which
think
ones?
of one that I dislike.
Yeah.
People talk about Cold Snap. They don't like Cold Snap.
Cold Snap was sweet.
I
for
love
standard.
Cold Snap.
So good.
I had a great time. I remember, even Cold Snap Limited, but I didn't play a whole lot of it. But people said they hated Cold Snap Limited. But
counterbalances from Cold Snap.
yeah, I loved that set. I thought that was great. And anyway, so that's one. Saviors of Kamigawa, I think people disparage quite a bit. I kind of just I like that whole block. So
I love
it's
Kamigawa. It's one of my favorite
goes
blocks
together.
ever.
But I don't know. People have sets they dislike. I mean, I have sets I like better than others, but I love all of them.
What's your favorite set? Visions?
Time Spiral is up there. I really like Time Spiral.
Do you like Visions? I like Visions a lot.
I actually wasn't playing much during Visions, so I mean, it was like one of those times where I came back and had to get some of the cards. From
Visions has all cards that would be unplayable today. Like,
Yeah.
actually, but I mean, there's sweet cards.
Impulse,
Man of War.
Impulse that had the put stuff on the bottom and then shuffle.
Yeah, well, they added
the original printing.
Utabi Orangutan, Necrotal. I think Fire Blast.
Fire Blast is Visions. Yeah, I definitely got that because I was playing red at the time.
So I mean, like, it's just so many cool, sweet cards.
Man, I was like one of those players. I'd play mono red, and I would like play against my friends, and I'd have them. I'd get them to within 4, and I'd be holding Fire Blast, and then I'd just let them like almost beat me. And when they were just ready to beat me, I'd be like, sacrifice 4 mountains, Fire Blast, or sacrifice 2 mountains, Fire Blast.
Kind of
I was a jerk. I mean, I remember that now. It was like. I think at the time I thought I was like letting them, because otherwise I would just kill them and then they would have to just lose. And I was like, at least I'll let them play their game a little bit more. Play some more guys.
The original playtest version of Fire Blast was like return 2 mountains to your hand, deal 3. But the development team was like, this is too powerful.
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we'll do sacrifice 2 lands, deal 4. That was not a solution.
When it ends the game, you don't need those lands anyway. Sacrifice 4 mountains, deal 8, right? With 2 double Fire Blasts. Like, oh my gosh. That's still a thing in Legacy. Like, I actually was playing.
People yelling and punching each other over there.
I'm not sure. My friend Dave plays mono red in Legacy, and
a lot of Fire
I'll tell you,
Blasting.
that's tough to beat with the Miracle deck. I'm like, counterbalance is good. You resolve counterbalance and you shut them off pretty much. But like, I had a situation where I was like, I think turn 2 I could have resolved counterbalance, and I was like, I'd rather keep up something for like, I think like a plow or something like that. And
you were wrong.
He killed me like that turn.
All right,
like,
so
really?
We're going to game 2. Travis Gibson, William Gibson, presumably on the play, right?
Presumably. He doesn't seem to be happy with his 7. I don't know, but he looks like he's keeping. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I mistook that Grimace.
Orrin
Orrin seems to be
is
going
shipping.
to 6.
getting on a plane to Paris.
So yeah, I think that's one of the cool things about Legacy. You can bring a deck like Mono Red, you know, which is like what is it? Wizards released that Fire and Lightning series, like special. It was all foil, and then you know.
Are there like chains in it or something?
Yeah, there's Chain Lightnings. There's like Price of Progress. They're all foil. Like they're reprinted, you know, new frames. I think Fire Blast's in there, and like that's what I think my friend Dave did. He just like bought 4 copies of it, and he just built a crazy Legacy deck. I think he bought 4 because there's certain cards that he wanted 4 of, but there was only 1 of in the deck.
You know, it's like funny when GTA first came out. It was in the Rat's deck.
Nest. I bought 4 of them. I called up the store. I'm like, "You guys have Rat's Nest pre-constructed deck?" "Yes, we do." "Can you hold 4 of them for me?"
So like the secondary market price of GTA could never go above $10 while that thing was legal because people just buy Rat's Nest.
But the thing was, then Rat's Nest just went up. You know, like all the other precons were like $10, and then Rat's Nest was like 15. But you're right, it was still
severely limited. I mean, like, can you imagine if GTA were printed today? It'd be like a $60 standard card, right?
You mean if it were just printed today, not already in circulation?
No, if it were like printed like in a standard format. I mean,
it
would probably be more influential on standard in the modern age than Jason the Mind Sculptor was a year ago.
That's fair. You think it would have been mythic or rare?
Oh, they would make a card like that mythic at this point. I mean, even if it were rare, I mean, are there a substantial number of rares that are really expensive right now, or are they only mythics?
Like Thrag Tusk is $15. Cavern of Souls, Snapcaster,
right.
Those guys, you know, are in the 20-30 range. So.
Which is more expensive than certain mythics. Okay.
Yeah.
Orrin has shipped to 6. Looks like he's going to keep this time. He's got at least a Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, Caverns 30. Snapcaster was 30 at one point. May still be.
Travis Gibson breaks
Misty Rainforest.
So he's blue-green for blue-green.
Snapcaster now $22, by the way.
I got mine at 12, I think.
Yeah, me too. I bought 8.
We got them the same weekend, right?
Well, I bought mine when the weekend they were spoiled. I bought those 8, and I think I got 4 more through trades just because I knew I wanted to play them in Legacy, Modern, and Standard, and didn't feel like switching them between decks because that's what I do.
All right, so Travis is pondering. There's a Force Will up there. I don't know if he wants to keep that. Is Force Will real good against? Orrin's version of green-white.
You can take out, the Knights that way. The big guys that you're worried about.
I guess it's different than with the
Turn 1 Mother from Orrin Beasley. Oh, I have Chaz Hinkle's deck and Reed Duke's. That's the other match. Let me switch that around here.
I was just checking if Orrin even has choke, right? He doesn't have choke. The main reason that you want to force a will, I think, is to keep from getting choked. All right. Gibson. Do not force a will the Mother of Runes. It's like a 12-card hand now. Got to put some back.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of cards.
If he has a red spell, he can just kill the Mother now. Did you play against Mother of Runes the first time it was legal, like back in Standard?
I played with Mother of Runes back
on
then.
Your squad?
Yeah, I had the Bargain Academy Rector kind of thing going on. I think it was in that deck, wasn't it? I didn't play it for very long because Bargain got banned. I built the deck and then they banned Bargain.
They have a new one now.
Yeah, you know who's a bargain? Matt Gristlebrand. He's a bargain. Horizon Canopy from Orrin Beasley. Mother of Runes staying back.
I think I've made more mistakes playing against Mother of Runes than any other card.
Yeah, I mean, you almost got to think like it's like Akira in a way, Not Akira, but a...
Great glass spinner.
Akira, great glass spinner, yes. Where you're just like, the first spell I can play is going to get countered. So I need to make sure I have 2 spells or 2 ways to kill whatever creature.
So Travis Gibson uses Brainstorm and then shuffling away with Misty Rainforest. Doesn't want to see those cards again. That looks like the volcanic island that doomed him in game 1.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the island's fault, though. And a Grim
That's
Lavamancer.
the same play that got him in trouble last game.
I don't think it was his play that got him in trouble. It was he drew a lot fewer cards that game.
Plowshare? No.
Daze.
Don't daze me, bro.
Daze for the swords to plowshares.
So, you know this old school play? You Lavamancer the Mother of Runes, get it to tap on tap Lavamancer the Mother of Runes.
Wait a minute. Untap Lavamancer?
No, so you have a Lavamancer, right? Say go. Opponent says it's done. You go Lavamancer the Mother of Runes. It taps to save itself.
Oh, right, right,
untap.
right. And then use the Lavamancer.
Kill it again.
Yeah.
He's got plenty of fuel in his graveyard.
Yeah, so it still takes 2 activations.
Yeah, I mean
but it's a Lavamancer activation.
It's not like an ingenious play, right? But
right.
It's, I think a lot of the players who are playing now probably never had this interaction in front of them before.
Right, like do it at the end of their turn and then during yours. Path to Exile from Orrin Beasley. And that works.
Time resolves. Oh, he has no targets. How awful.
Yeah, see, Path to Exile is so good against Rug Delver because they just have no basics in most cases. Either few or 0 basics. But Grim Lavamancer number 2 for Travis Gibson, and Orrin Beasley now landless. And Travis now has a Delver of Secrets, which can really threaten to make things get real awkward for Orrin.
Probably making the play, right?
And
tap.
There's that Lavamancer, kill your Mother of Runes. Delver does not flip. Maybe I'll use Lavamancer to kill your Mother of Runes now.
Well, you got to follow up and do it. They're not allowed to untap.
Yeah, do it before it's before he untaps the Mother. I think Travis will do that. Searches up a tropical island off of a Scalding Tarn. And Lavamancer.
Get there.
Get your Mother of Runes.
This is like the reverse of game 1.
Yeah, it is. Look, like
equal and opposite.
It's Orrin has and a Tarmogoyf too.
Oh, all in.
Orrin has literally no permanents. Wasteland is his choice of permanent.
So flip. I like playing with the checklist card. I don't like flipping the Delver.
I'm the other side. I think those checklist cards are hideous, so I do not want them. I don't want to look at them.
Yeah, but like flipping the Delver is hideous.
That's true too.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's like halfway coming out of the sleeve.
Well, that's Travis's technique right there. He decides that he wants a Delver half in, half out. So Delver flips to Insectile Aberration and then gets into the red zone alongside a Tarmogoyf, knocking Orrin Beasley to 10 life. And Orrin, with just a Wasteland in play, I don't think...
You think he might not be long for this world?
I don't think it's going to be long until we're in Game 3.
Agree.
And yeah, that was I think that was enough to just kill him right there with the Lavamancer activation.
Two unbelievably lopsided games.
Yeah, very lopsided. Travis scoops on what I believe was probably turn 4 maybe last game. Very early in the game.
No land.
No land. And Wastelanded out of Game 1. And then Orrin put up more of a fight than Travis did Game 1, but, spent the last few turns of the game with either no permanents or just a Wasteland, which is, probably the worst land that you'd really want to be playing in that situation.
That Grim Lavamancer is quite fierce against Maverick.
Yeah, it's fierce if you have it at the right time. Like, if Orrin's going, okay, Noble Hierarch, Mother of Runes, Knight of the Reliquary, Tarmogoyf, and then you're like, hey, turn 7 Grim Lavamancer, like, well, good luck. It's awful. It's, it's actually awful. Because it's just never gonna hit a Mother of Runes. It's not gonna kill a Knight. It's probably not gonna kill a Tarmogoyf. It's just you need.
Kusali Pride Mage dead. Gedek Teague dead. Fauna Shaman dead. Scrub Ranger dead. Scavenging Ooze probably not dead. Stoneforge Mystic dead. Mother of Runes tap, untap, kill it. Thalia dead. Knight not dead. Noble Hierarch dead. It kills an awful lot of their squad.
Yeah, I mean the big guys though, the guys you're most worried about, like. While you hit me with Knight of the Reliquary, I guess I'll kill, this other dude. I'm not saying it's.
Guy.
I guess maybe it's not as awful as I'm saying. Submerge. Okay.
Especially like if they're like, I'm gonna Knight of Reliquary, like search for like some kind of dirtily.
And then you're like submerge in response to your search. Yeah. So, that's a play. That's right. I got some of my Snapcasters from Mark's son.
Yeah.
That's right. Mark's son reminding me. At least I think there was 2 of them from Mark. And I think I traded
any of my
traded.
Snapcasters
I think I
that way.
traded a Geist of Saint Draft for 2 Snap. No, wait. Maybe it was 2
Really?
Geists.
You
Maybe
traded
it
a
was,
Geist of St. John for 2 Snapcaster Mages because you're a thief.
No, it was the opposite. I think it was 2 Geists for a Snapcaster. Now that I think about it. Anyway, irrelevant.
Oh.
So Orrin Beasley and Travis Gibson facing off for a trip to the finals of the StarCityGames.com Open Series Legacy portion here in
Perhaps both
Washington,
of them
D.C.
will have land this game.
Yeah, maybe we'll actually see a good game. Do we know what's happening in the other match? I'm going to check that out.
Game 1.
Still in game 1. Okay. I mean, that makes sense. It's we saw how grindy that could be when we watched Reed versus Todd Anderson. So, congrats to Todd, though, for just another top 8. He's a very, very good player. I wish he would just not play Maverick because I have to see him very often and playing so well, and I just don't like watching Maverick. So Todd, play other decks.
Tholness
I'm just
pointed
hating
out
on
that
Maverick awfully this weekend.
Visions
Sorry.
had not just Undiscovered Paradise,
Yeah.
but my favorite card, Vampiric Tutor.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Vampiric Tutors, and there was the whole cycle, wasn't there?
Oh, most of those were in other.
Red
Red didn't have one, right?
I don't think Red
There's
did.
Worldly Tutor,
I'm thinking
Enlightened Tutor, Mystical Tutor, but Red had, I don't know, Fire Blast from the previous year. That was their token instant.
I'm looking up all the cards with the name Tutor in the name here, and so of course the first one was Demonic Tutor, right? Which
got progressively worse. Right?
Which became Diabolic Tutor later. But then, of course, there was Enlightened Tutor. That was originally in Mirage, right? I'm skipping over some of the Portal cards, but like Grim Tutor is there. So Idyllic Tutor, that one's from Morningtide. Infernal Tutor, which sees play in Legacy and like some of the combo decks. Mystical Tutor, that was always a cool one. That was in Mirage
I'm always
too.
impressed when people are using that Infernal Tutor.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually something crazy going on when they're using Infernal Tutor. Rhystic Tutor, I remember thinking, Vampiric Tutor was awesome. Obviously, Rhystic Tutor's awesome. No, it's not.
It turns out Rhystic Tutor's not very good at all.
No, it's not. You know,
Unless any player makes 2.
Yeah, basically, it's just like a more expensive Demonic Tutor that somebody can just stop.
Yeah, it's sorcery.
It's like everybody gets a free counter spell.
Game
against this
3
card.
is about to start. Beasley, Gibson, Maverick, Rug Delver, Lance.
It's here. It's
No
in
Lance.
DC. I'm Joey Pasco here with Michael J. Flores and
Legacy semifinal.
Legacy Semifinals. Yeah, Orrin Beasley, Travis Gibson right here. And this is game, I mean, hopefully this is more of a game than the last 2. Very lopsided, as you mentioned. Turn 1 Windswept Heath from Orrin Beasley.
Is it going to be Noble Hierarch? Is it going to be Mother of Runes?
First it's going to be Savannah, maybe? Or is he going to just go straight for basic? He's passed some duels. Is he going Dryad Arbor? And
no way
he
he's
goes
going
Forest.
Dryad Arbor on the first turn like that. At the end of turn, maybe. You're just asking to get bolted if you're...
Sure, why not? I mean, I'm just saying of the possibilities here. He went with a different forest.
He could GSZ for
a non-Dryad forest.
Yeah.
And a Noble Hierarch.
One of these.
Yeah, most of those tutors that the tutor cycle we're thinking of was Mirage. All right, Travis. Misty Rainforest. Finding, let's see, probably a trop. Oh, it's a volcanic island. As Michael J. Flores and Shoebox pass notes back and forth like it's school. Ponder from Travis Gibson on turn 1 here. We saw a Wasteland in his hand. We have to be kind of quiet now, even though the players are across the room. There's only about 20 people in here, if that.
So the information is could be traveling across the room.
Yeah, we want to watch how loud we speak, especially if we're speaking in terms of the sensitive information that could reach the player's ears.
Sylvan Library.
Shh. Just kidding. That was fine.
This is a very powerful Magic the Gathering spell.
Yeah, so Orrin's probably going to just try to stick it here. And he does. Sylvan Library on the stack.
Ooh.
Days from
I
Travis
think
Gibson.
his play was to use Wasteland and he murdered him, right? No? Or he has no land?
No land drop from Orrin Beasley.
Oh, very bad then. I
And,
thought he was juking him for a Wasteland.
Now a Forked Bolt takes out the Noble Hierarch. And things are looking good at this point for Travis Gibson.
Very good.
There's a land for Orrin.
Very good land, in fact.
Yes.
I think we were about to see whether or not Grim Lavamancer is going to be super awesome against the Maverick creatures.
I would like to see that. Depends on which creatures they are, though, you know?
I mean, Mavericks don't, they don't have a whole lot of Nimble Mongoose, do they?
Mavericks don't? No.
Mavericks don't.
Rug Delvers do.
It's weird. I think that people should play more Nimble Mongoose.
Yeah?
Yeah. And Nicaddles. People don't play Nicaddles either.
We saw Zoo earlier. He lost to Maverick. It was, I believe it was the final round. So,
Wasteland.
Cavern of Souls comes down.
Lightning
Noble
Ball.
Hierarch comes down. Travis says, I'm having none of that and none of that. Wasteland your Cavern.
None of the
Bolt
land?
your Noble Hierarch. And
Orrin have a land
Pass.
here?
So
Look like a
Orrin
land to me.
I did not believe he drew a second land, although I didn't get a good look. It's possible he did. I thought I saw maybe a Wooded Foothills. Yeah, I think that's Wooded Foothills right there.
Wooded Foothills, yeah. That would qualify as a land.
It
Joe.
would. Well, that's why I was double checking that it was actually in the deck he's got it as a one of.
It's tanking for whether or not to play this Wooded Foothills. I think he should play it personally.
Seems like he's been punished every time he's played a.
Well, I mean, it's a sack land. It's not going to die to a
That's
to a
true.
wasteland.
I'm only kidding. But
They can go get a basic plains, no, it can't. That was a lie.
no
Could get a
planes.
green-white, though.
It can get a Savannah. It can get a Dryad Arbor if it wants.
Ooh, a Dryad Arbor. That can attack.
Yep. So
What's he got? He's got a
he's got a Scribby.
Scrib Ranger's good against
Yeah.
Wasteland?
Well, Returns of Forest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So he
that could be good.
plays the Foothills, leaves it up. Travis, Grim Lavamancer, Tropical
And
Island, Nimble Mongoose, go.
Do you think Travis is near threshold?
He's got to be close.
In the neighborhood of Threshold?
He's in the Threshold neighborhood.
Oh, Threshold and
He
Grim
could probably-
Lavamancer don't get along very well, do they?
No, they don't. They do not. He's at 6. He's very close. He could probably walk there.
And he's got Force of Will, so he can get to 7 very quickly.
Only if a spell hits the stack. Orrin Beasley shuffling here after the Wooded Foothills fetches up a Savannah.
That Scrib Ranger seems so awesome to me against Wasteland.
It's very good against Wasteland. I love that card. It's very tricky.
Ooh, Swords to Plowshares.
Eric Klug.
Sorry. Path to Exile.
Yeah.
On.
And I don't know what it targeted.
Well, it's got it. It's pretty clear which one it's targeted, right? I think I would defend.
The Lavamancer.
You don't defend that?
Apparently not. Maybe he's more on the Threshold plan and he's like, these guys don't get along very well, Grim Lavamancer and Threshold. Maybe he heard you say that and was like, yeah, he's right, that Michael J. Flores.
I mean,
think
he
I should
would have gotten
if
immediately.
there's a removal spell on my Lavamancer, it resolves.
Doesn't even contribute to the Threshold.
No, unfortunately not.
So,
But, neither does Grim Lavamancer, alright?
Brainstorm.
Brainstorm
there we
from
go.
Travis Gibson, and it's Threshold time. And look out, here comes a 3/3 hexproof.
It's not hexproof.
I'm
he's
sorry, 3/3 Shroud. Yeah, I'm sorry, I actually have bought full into the language of Magic the Gathering.
Shroud
Even though
is
you
part of the
corrected me
language.
earlier. Yeah, I know Shroud is part of the language, but hexproof is the replacement for Shroud.
No, there will be more Shroud in
I
the
hope so.
future.
I like Shroud. I think it's actually a balanced hexproof. I think hexproof should not be so heavy. But anyway, that's another opinion for another
Orrin's
day.
got
And
a pair of 3/3 hard to targets, let's call them.
hard to targets, yeah.
So, Orrin, what will he have? Unknown.
Orrin says Scribranger.
Scribranger.
Flash. End of your turn, and he draws a Cavern of Souls.
Was
He's
that a
got
plow?
Fauna Shaman, and he's got a Path.
Fauna Shaman could be good here. He gets some gas, right?
Orrin plays 4 main deck. I'm sorry, he just pays 1 main deck Path, 4 main deck Plow, but he's got an additional Path in the board.
Path's better than plow against this deck.
It is. That's what I was thinking about. I was like, did he? I haven't seen swords, but we can see 2 plows. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 paths. So I was checking on the actual number of paths.
For Travis, I think I would be tempted to counter Magi of this.
So Fauna Shaman on the stack from Orrin Beasley. But at this point, Orrin has no fuel for that Fauna Shaman.
Yeah, but
No
he's
creatures.
like,
But I mean, he's got plenty of creatures, so it's not like he can't make use of it eventually. But it does resolve. It is currently just a grizzly bear. Travis does not know that. So mongooses into the red zone,
ooh, that
First.
will even things up quickly.
and now we have a Grim Lavamancer from
He's
Travis
just got to be
Gibson.
careful that he doesn't accidentally unfresh and get
Yeah.
his mongooses killed.
That could be bad. So Orrin Beasley to 8. And untaps here. Draws another land, and it is a Windswept Heath. So that can get a Dryad Arbor to block if he wants. I'm just trying to think of the best plays possible because he can't path those guys. He can path the
I
Lavamancer.
mean, that Lavamancer's definitely getting path.
Yeah.
Nothing else to path right now.
No. And he wants it gone anyway, so doesn't want to go live. So path to exile on the Lavamancer. And Travis thinking about forcing that, and he does. Look, Force of Will, removing Force of Will. And that means that Lavamancer's going live.
Got to keep a good count of graveyard.
Yeah, he's currently got 8, I believe, in there now, because the Brainstorm was 7. Force is 8. So he has to
first.
dump another card before he activates that ability.
Did he draw Submerge?
Into the red zone with the Nimble Mongooses, and both guys chump blocked by Scribranger and Fauna Shaman. So Orrin's board
Ooh,
clear.
Delver of Secrets. Is it Daze is his last card?
I didn't quite see. But Delver of Secrets comes down for Travis Gibson. And Orrin Beasley now untaps, draws a card, and it, I think, is Wasteland. And that's it. Orrin Beasley unable to defeat Travis Gibson in Game 3. And Travis Gibson on to the finals with Rug Delver.
So where are we on the other table?
Probably still Game 1.
Game 1 still?
That's just is it Game 1? So, Reduke on the right with a land tax deck. And it's interesting to note he's actually been playing this deck for the last few opens. I think last week in Buffalo he came, of course I clicked the wrong link. He came in I want to say 26th-ish or something.
Reed?
Yeah, Reed did with this of form of this deck. Let me bring this up. Legacy decks only. I'm gonna check the Star City deck database. Man, I can't speak at this point. Player name.
Ooh, Gadok Teague.
And
It's
that's trouble.
hits the stack, I'd say, for Chaz Hinkle. Super duper good against Reed's deck, obviously. And is it going to resolve? I think Reed is going to respond by sacrificing Relic of Progenitus to draw a card. Hopefully it will be a Force of Will. Nope. So maybe Reed's just got a Swords of Plowshares here or something.
I thought there was another result, but I'm not seeing what I thought I saw the other day. But
Reed plays a Polluted Delta and considers his hand, says go. Alright, so Reed cannot get a basic Plains with Blue Delta. Can get a Tundra. Taking 2. 4 mana. Thrun, Last Troll.
Wow.
I have not seen that man in some
Yeah,
time.
he doesn't show up too often, but he's around.
Can he be countered?
He cannot.
Is he targetable?
No.
Doesn't sound like he plays a very fun game of Magic the Gathering.
Thrun, no fun. No fun Thrun.
Run, no fun.
Yeah. Can't be countered. Can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control.
So he's hexproof.
He's hexproof, yeah. But it was pre-hexproof keyword.
Okay. So Reed needs to like Plowshares, Gaddock-Teeg, and then Terminus everybody else, right? Like that's
that seems like the plan.
That's what he's got to do. So Plowshares to start, sure. Okay.
So that's the start, yeah.
Then a Brainstorm? No Brainstorm. Maybe he'll just randomly miracle it. No.
Draws his card. So Reed actually played a blue-white land tax deck to first place in a Star City Invitational qualifier back on July 1st.
Where?
So about a month ago in Atlanta.
Really?
That's, yeah.
Oh, land tax for Reed Duke.
And speaking of land tax, there it is.
Speaking of awesome land taxes. So, well, Chaz has got like a 3-turn clock on Reed here, right? Reed still needs to get his goods in place in a hurry.
Yeah. He's in some trouble here. Thrun's coming over for 5.
Boom for 5, puts Reed on 9. Does Reed have a Brainstorm? No. Nor does he. I think there was like a blip in the matrix there.
Yeah, there was a little jump in the
Yeah.
video. I've noticed that a couple times this weekend. It's just a real quick like jump, but it's like a jump cut. You know, suddenly their hands are over here and then they're across. So glitch in the matrix is accurate, I think.
So Chaz cuts Reed. Reed about to draw a not a Terminus.
Non-miracle.
Non-Terminus.
Plays a Plains. 1, 2, 3. Trinket Mage.
So
Trinket Mage can get in front of a Thrun.
Yep. So that's just a
fine.
turn.
Nice little speed bump.
Who knows what Chaz has got in terms of creature elimination in Game 2 situation. His deck starts with 4 Swords to Plowshares, 1 Pad to Exile, and he's got no extra Pad to Exile on the sideboard. That said, I doubt that he's too heavy on paths and swords in this matchup. I love Trinket Mage in these like wider formats. Reed's not playing with any like Ancient Den or anything, is he? No. I like the ability to get
No Ancient Den.
artifact lands. I like the ability to get, different kinds of Moxes and obviously Divining Tops, Relics. It's just a cool little creature.
It is. It's a very cool creature. It's cool that it was reprinted, but I don't think it saw, I guess I expected to see more play in Standard, and it's still in Standard now. But
I mean, it saw play at high. I mean,
yeah, it saw
Nick
some.
Spagnuolo, who
Yeah.
was basically the main champion of black-blue control decks last
It's like
year.
Elixir of Immortality is basically the plan there.
Trinket Mage based.
So Graph Digger's Cage, is that what he went for there?
I guess it counters Green Sun Zenith, and you can't use Wooded Foothills to get Dried Arbor anymore, right? It's a Dried Arbor creature,
Dryad Arbor is a creature.
so but it's not a spell. I don't know if that matters.
Yeah, that's right. I was a little confused.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he got Cage, but he just discarded it for his end of his turn.
It's in his deck. Okay.
Yeah.
That's weird. Why wouldn't he get swords? I mean, get actual. That's his Divining Top.
Yeah, I'm surprised. And he just took 5, too. What is this crazy line of play that Reed Duke is on? It's exciting because it doesn't make any sense.
There's 2 huge threats in play.
Right. So
You better start making sense quickly.
I mean, I would love for it all to come together. It's like watching one of those movies that doesn't make any sense, and at the end you're like, oh, he was dead the whole time.
Hey, don't spoil it.
What did I spoil? I'm
Not telling.
Okay. 1, 2,
Humility?
3, 4, and
Ooh, Mind Sculptor.
Jace, the Mind Sculptor, on the floor, bounces the Knight of the Reliquary.
So, presumably, Trinket Style is gonna speed bump here.
I thought that last turn too, so.
Dry
Can't-
Arbor is gonna probably get in for 1 on Jace. Is that what we're thinking?
Yeah.
So he'll attack Jace with Dried Arbor, and then, ooh, he's tapping lands pre-combat.
Oh.
Next
That is an Engineered Explosives.
for
3,
for
right? Or
3.
is it
and that's Game Boys, right?
pops it?
4 to
Trinket
you.
Mage goes away, attack you
Dead.
for 4. And going to game 3. Yeah, see, like,
I wish I saw the development of that game early.
Yeah, it was-
I
it
feel
was
like I have
weird.
no clue what happened that game.
well, I think we came into it fairly early. I mean, we came into it and there was like,
No, there was already stuff happening though.
yeah,
You know?
it was still early-ish, but you're right. Yeah, it was. We missed the very beginning, but it was. I felt like it was odd that he didn't block, and I think if he had blocked,
still be alive now.
he'd still, because he'd have been at 9 at that point. And who knows how far that could have gone, because now Reed looked at the top few cards of his library. I don't know what he saw. Maybe it was all irrelevant stuff. Maybe he wasn't going to get there anyway. But 4 life facing down, you have one guy, your opponent has a Thrun attacking you. It's like, he's a creature deck.
I mean, Thrun was
I guess like if he has
fantastic there, right?
one removal, are you going to go to 4 against a deck? All it needs to do is find one piece of removal, or just like another creature to get around the Trinket Mage. Like, I don't know, seemed a little bit greedy, or not greedy, just scary. And in that particular situation, it cost him a game. And maybe he had a better kind of line of play that we realized why he did it, and then, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. If I was thinking that way, I may have done that myself. So, are you Googling yourself?
I was, because I was like, I want to know where I knew Chaz from before. I think I played him in a PTQ top 8.
Oh, okay.
I
Why
think
don't you search your site for his name, or did you already do
I
that?
did. I think I beat him in the Swiss, and he
you
beat me.
can you can Control F.
No, well, I found it. So
Okay, well,
I think
never
I beat
mind.
him in the Swiss, and he beat me in the top 8. I think that's what happened.
Okay.
And oh well, no, he actually beat me in the Swiss and beat me in the top 8. Never mind.
Oh, there you go.
He was playing Doran, so the green whitish type deck very much seems to suit him.
Seems that way.
So Reed shuffling with the speed.
This
of,
was something I noticed too, but okay. So, what color? What
blue.
did he have access to? Blue? Did he have?
Noble Hierarch.
Oh, that's what he used. The hierarchy.
Yep.
Okay. So he used blue, green, white. Okay. That's how he got to 3 with the engineered explosives.
It is a true story.
Makes sense. I forgot about the hierarchy being there. Now that it's not on screen. So these guys going here to game 3. Shuffling up. They're all done sideboarding. And it is quiet in here. Everybody's all talking real low, even us.
Real low.
Real low. I don't mean low like that. I don't mean like that. What do you think? Do you think
I think Reed has the advantage.
you still think Reed has the edge? Yeah. I mean, I'm with you pretty much.
I mean, Chaz had probably his 2 best threats against Reed's deck, right? And then Engineered Explosive seems like a weird card to be the determiner there. He probably has it against Angel tokens, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've seen decks with like ratchet bombs in the board. I mean, I don't think they're necessarily for the Angels, but they're nice. Nice
first turn land
nice
tax.
piece of action to have against the Angels if they're gonna show up. So, all right, Reduke, turn 1, land tax.
Versus, is that engineered explosives already?
Looks like it. Yep.
So it can maybe first turn engineered explosives. Go.
Yeah.
And you can play a land and blow up the explosives before Reed ever has the opportunity to
Tax.
right?
Well, you know what? If I'm Reed, I'm kind of fine with that. Like, you're gonna spend your first couple turns dealing with a 1-drop, like my 1-drop. Like, sure.
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know if I agree.
No. I mean, land tax is awesome.
I mean, we have
everything, but
no clue what Reed kept.
that's true. That's definitely true.
So
Land tax on 1, engineered explosives on turn 1 for Chaz Hinkle.
how many engineered explosives does Chaz have? 2.
Okay.
He has engineered explosives and Gaddock T. So Chaz draws and plays a land. I'm not sure if Reed just doesn't have a land.
Right, or if he's just trying to play, he wants to use land tax. I mean, what would be nice is that if Reed decided, you know what, I do have lands, I'm gonna let him waste his first few turns on that, and then I'm just gonna.
I was thinking maybe he had another land tax.
Yeah.
It's his other land tax.
So this is still end of turn, though, I believe, right? Or is it? I didn't see him draw his card for the turn, so I believe this is a end of turn brainstorm.
So Chaz has the 1 Garrick Relentless as well.
Yeah, it seems like it's a kind of something that several Maverick players seem to be adopting, but not all of them.
No, that was a main phase brainstorm.
Oh, okay.
Reed's now playing land. A basic plains.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Every day he's shuffling.
Yeah, every day he's shuffling.
And what is this? Since it's Divining Top, perhaps?
It's a Relic of Progenitus. Okay.
And get you.
Wasteland on the Tundra.
And
Thalia.
Thalia.
This is not looking good for Reed if he is as mana screwed as it appears.
It looks very bad for Reed, actually.
He looks, there's nothing.
Making sure it's not a miracle, right?
Yeah, but I mean, even if it was, he can't cast it. Thalia makes it cost 1 more.
I agree with you.
Now he can cast it if there's a miracle
I think he's
that
going
shows
to want
up.
to try to kill this now if he can because there's a Caracas.
So, Reed does appear to have some sort of removal.
And it's a sorts of
Tries to remove Chaz's arm, hits Thalia instead.
Fails. Does not remove Chaz's arm though.
No, just Thalia. All right, so maybe Reed's a little bit back in this, but
I mean it's pretty even. Chaz is probably going to play Sylvan Library here, maybe. In which case he might be able to get way ahead. I think I'd go Sylvan Library, unless he can bomb.
Go with Knight. He's got Sylvan Library. He's got Green Sun Zenith. He's got at least a Knight, and there's a Kasali Pride Mage. So he goes with that. Fast is back. No land drop.
Do you think he's like afraid of getting baited up to Lantex? No, he has a Pride Mage.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Does he not have a land?
I guess he didn't have a land. I didn't see one, but I was trying to identify each card, and I didn't, I didn't see land.
Reed Duke in the tank.
activates the relic, plays another fetch land, cracks it, finds an island. He is wasteland proof. Also back to basics proof. I'm sure there's, you know, Blood Moon proof as well, right?
3 down. Trinket Mage? Ooh,
Oblivion Ring.
Wow, he has only 1, right?
Yes. 1 O-Ring. That's unexpected, but works pretty well.
Do you think Chaz is trying to, like, string her out one at a time?
Maybe. I mean, he played Thalia, and he played Pride Mage. It's possible he goes for a library here, but...
He might get dazed.
Yeah, there it is. So, there's a library.
Might be dazed.
Might be dazed, might be even forced. I don't think so, but oh, it looks like it resolved.
Might resolve. A very dangerous card.
And Relic. Digs a little deeper
Redraws
for
a
Reed.
card. Island, another rock.
Passes back. Sylvan Library. And it looks like Mother Thalia.
So no land.
No land. But Thalia will come down. Yeah, there's the Thalia. Now, for Reed's sake, hopefully he has an answer for the Thalia. Pass back, and do we see anything here? End of turn. End of turn, Swords of Plowshares.
Reed always seems to have the swords.
He does always seem to have it. I mean, he runs 4, and he's got, as far as Path to Exile, he's
Mind
got
Sculptor.
2, and then he's got 4 Terminuses. So
No Mind Sculptor.
he's got a total of 10 cards that are Plow-esque. 4 actual Plow, 2 Path, 4 Terminus. So that's why he always seems to have it.
I thought he was just gonna Mind Sculptor there.
Yeah.
That's what it seemed like he was
Well,
gonna
he
do to me.
duped you.
He tricked me.
He did.
He re-duped me.
Did you just say he duped
Duped
you?
me, yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
He duped
I like
me.
that.
Wasteland. Knight of the Reliquary.
Knight from Chaz Hinkle. Still a 2/2. Relic of Progenitus did a great job there of keeping the graveyards empty. But I don't even think there were that many lands going on. But, oh, all irrelevant. Because the Knight goes away. And Chaz able to find the land here. Forest. Off the top, Reed Duke does not find a miracle. He kept 1 card from Sylvan? Okay. It's down to 19. Okay. Good to know, good to know.
So what's Reed's last card? What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
Not a Mind Sculptor. Chaz seems to have so much more stuff than Reed.
It does seem that way. I mean, he did draw 1 extra card from Sylvan Library, apparently, but...
And then he got 1 card from Path to Exile.
Yeah. And here we have Mother of Runes, looks like. Oh no, he's gonna tap some more mana here. 3. What could be a 3-drop in this deck? Oh, it could be a Green Sun Zenith for 2.
Gaddock Teague. I think it's gonna be Gaddock Teague.
Alright, Reed's gonna crack his fetch land here.
Presumably for Tundra. No, island. Is
Gets
he
an
another
island.
plains?
He plays 3 planes and 5 islands.
I think if I were gonna do that, I would get another plains. What do you think?
He can't get planes with Polluted Delta.
Oh, it's Pluto Delta. Apologies. You're right, Joseph.
Well, I questioned it too. I'm like, why did he? Oh.
He's
that's
only
why.
got 3 basics left in his deck then. Hardcast
Yes.
Force of Will.
Yeah, Hardcast Force of Will takes out the Green Sun Zenith, and Mother of Runes comes down. Reed untaps, looks at the top, declines to cast his Miracle, or just it wasn't. Grafdigger's Cage.
1 turn to a...
Yeah, well, not really, because I think Chaz has another Green Sun Zenith. And Sylvan Library activated here. Chaz just takes 1, swings in with the Mother of Runes, knocks Reed to 15. And what's the play? Horizon Canopy from Chaz Hinkle?
Card advantages.
Oh yeah. 1, 2, and I will play a Fauna Shaman, says Chad Hinkle.
So he can search, you just can't put them into play.
Exactly.
Right? Reed's going to be in the market for a Terminus soon, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's got access to 4 of them, so he's got access to 4 Terminus, 4 Tops, obviously 4 Brainstorms, 4 Jaces. So
he needs to play one of his expensive cards now before Chaz tutors for Gaddock-Teeg.
That's a good call. Yeah, like I'm expecting him. He's got cards in his hand. Like, where are some of the cards that allow him to dig? You know, where's Top? Where's Jace? Where's even Brainstorm? I think he brainstormed once.
Oh, Fauna Shaman.
Fauna Shaman being activated or attacking? Attacking.
Attacking. Bear in.
Grizzly.
Gonna be Thalia?
Thalia, says Chaz Hinkle. Reed says okay. And looks not a Terminus. Knight of the Reliquary hanging out in Chaz Hinkle's hand.
Why put more pressure, right?
Yeah. And there's what is it, Oboro, I mean?
Palace in the Clouds.
Yeah. Chaz like, wasteland
right.
it. Sure.
Pick it up.
Pay 1 to pick it up.
That's
yeah, I don't think Chaz was expecting that. I don't think he was like, hey, look, I can hit something with a weight.
Oh, Gaddock-Teeg.
Was that off the top? Oh,
well, I mean, it's Sylvan Library. It's not just
technically
off
the
top.
near the top, yeah.
And he's even got protection for it because he's got
Mother of Runes.
Caracas.
And Caracas, yeah. He's got Mother of Runes, too.
4 in. Beating up on Reed Duke.
What is happening? I just want to know what's happening over on Reed's side. Like, where are all the things that he uses to dig? That's what this deck does.
Exciting cards, yeah.
I mean, he has found a number of kind of answer cards, so that's good. But
I think maybe a Hardcast Force of Will here.
Gaddock-Teeg on the stack.
I mean, it prevents all of his shenanigans, right? Like, the last thing he wants is to start drawing his expensive shenanigans cards now that Gaddock-Teeg is there.
Yeah, so it resolves.
This game is like, I mean, Reed could just take 7 next turn.
It's weird. Like, I would love to see what's in Reed's hand. Must have had the weirdest draws.
He super needs to get rid of that Gaddock-Teeg. I mean, look at his cards. He's got like an O-ring. It's pretty lame for Legacy, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's drawn like these one-ofs and
Draft Digger's Cage.
None of his cards to fight with.
I think that costs 2, Reed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a Brainstorm.
He needs both a Terminus and a Plow.
Yeah. Well, if he plows, Mother of Runes just protects the Gaddock-Teeg.
Then he's done, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, where are the answers? I don't think he has a way out of this. Not at this point.
He can't X out of it, right?
Can't X out.
No.
Just hit escape.
His hand's probably like old Dazes or something.
I don't know. I think he had an opportunity to daze like the library.
Snapcaster.
Okay, Snapcaster Mage will help things a little bit here.
But the Caracas.
Well.
Yep, block this.
Block the Gaddock-Teeg. Caracas targeting the Gaddock-Teeg.
What did he give flashback to?
I don't know, but I would.
Oh, okay. Grafdigger's Cage.
Oh yeah, Grafdigger's
makes it
Cage
so
preventing the Snapcaster from doing anything. Oh jeez, it cripples himself. It's awful. Hey look, I have Gaddock. I think Chaz should just scoop.
And he cast Gaddock is that with Cavern of Souls?
I believe so.
So, I mean, that's just the full lockdown, right?
Yeah, what's the Cavern of Souls on Kithkin? Okay. Cavern on Kithkin.
So Chaz is like contemplating the full committing the last guy, right? I don't know how Reed gets out. I don't think he does. Just the Sylvan Library-ish natural Gaddock puts him in a lockdown spot, and I mean, even if he has the Terminus, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I just keep repeating myself. I'm just curious what is in Reed's hand. What, I mean, it seemed like he drew pretty poorly. I mean, he had the Swords to Plowshares, I guess, for a couple turns. But, like, I guess I'm just looking for his library manipulation, that kind of stuff. He did have a Brainstorm there recently, but it was, like, too little too late kind of thing. I just expected that like this, or at least in my experience, to be able to find answers fairly quickly, and he just wasn't able to. It looks like
if Chad attacks with everything, that looks lethal, right?
I think so. What is that? Yeah.
I mean, if he attacks with everything, lethal. I don't think he will actually. I think he'd rather give Reed another turn. Because, like, if he exposes the mom, it gets awkward for Gaddock, right?
Sure. I guess it does, yeah. And
he's not even attack with Gaddock.
Nope.
Fauna Shaman did nothing this game.
No, it was a Grizzly Bear. So it trades with Snapcaster. And
Reed goes to 3.
Reed at 3 gets attacked by Thalia, or gets hit by Thalia.
Mom and Caracas. And Scavenging is irrelevant.
Yeah. Alright, Reed has something here. He says, I'm going to Path to Exile your Gaddock. Okay. Give it pro white. And Reed has no answer.
Chaz Hinkle, Maverick, onto the finals.
It's like watching the Steelers win. Or the Patriots, which is almost as bad.
That means.
That's all right. So, yeah. Not Chaz Hinkle himself. It's Maverick that I'm lamenting going on to the finals. I don't know. I'm excited to watch the Miracle deck, and I didn't want to watch it play lands. That was it.
Yeah?